Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to fold an origami crane, and I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I use in order to make the process much easier on yourself. These are kind of useful, especially if you're just getting started and you haven't folded a lot of origami before. If this is your first attempt folding a crane, this is going to be a good video for you. So the first thing you're going to need is origami paper, obviously. So this is just a standard sized sheet, and they come in different sizes, but for this video it's easier to see this just regular size. Okay, so we're gonna have a blue crane, but it doesn't matter which side we start folding on, because as you see we're going to fold it the other way as well. So go ahead and start folding in half and make your first 6 folds as precise as you possibly can. And crease very sharply once you've got that perfect or near perfect fold. So you want to have as little white showing as possible. And the better you make these first 5-6 folds, the better your project is going to be. So if you get to the 6th fold and it's not looking the way you want, just start over again. Save yourself the trouble, because it's going to be very difficult. So now we've made that first crease, and we're going to fold it now the opposite way. And again, make this as precise as possible. And take your time with these first few steps, because you're really going to save yourself a lot of stress. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got something that we could almost just tear right in half. We're not going to do that, but we could. So now fold it the other way, and we're going to fold it in half again. Just taking your time, making these first few folds really nice. There we go. And then unfolding. And you guessed it, we're going to fold in the opposite direction now. So we're making kind of a plus sign with our folds. And again, creasing very sharply, really using those nails. Use your fingernails for these. And so now you've got a very floppy fold right there, very floppy fold right there. If it's not floppy enough for me, I'll go back and recrease. But I want those folds to be very floppy, and you'll see later on in the process how that's going to make your life a lot easier. So now, we're going to fold it into a triangle. Again, being very precise. I know it's not perfect, nobody's perfect, but be as close as you can. As close to perfect as you can. Really lay into this piece of paper with those nails once you get your fold where you want it to be. Open that back up. Spin it, and we're going to make a triangle this way too. So we don't double fold these ones, just the first two. First 2 folds are double folded, so it's nice and floppy. But you do want to make these, if you're not careful on any other part of your crane, be careful on these first 6 folds. Be very precise and really lay into that paper. See, I've got a little tiny bit of blue showing right there, but I think that's going to be okay. But if I was doing this not on a camera, which on a camera it's a little bit difficult, but if I was doing this not on a camera, I might actually refold that. Okay, and open that back up. Okay, so now we've got some very floppy folds that are in the shape of a plus sign, and we've got a triangle fold going this way, and a triangle fold going that way. Open that back up, slide your fingers underneath, and just pop the center up. And now you're going to flip it over, and your fingers are still on these little wings here, and just take those wings, and just because you made those nice sharp creases, it's just gonna fall straight down and just drop right into a little square. And you can see the mouth is kind of open towards me. This open end is towards me. That's going to be important. So this is going to be your bottom point. Now we're going to make a kite. So take the first layer right here. Just kind of set your fingernail of your left hand as a guide right there. And you're going to fold this edge right to that center crease. And you can leave a little bit of a gap, but don't overlap when you make these next few folds, because that will make your life hard. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're actually going to make this same fold 4 times total. So now we take this little leaf, this little part, and fold it in towards the center as well. I turn it a little bit because it's easier for me this way. And again, I'm leaving a little bit of a gap. It's just important that you don't cross these over. You don't want that, because that will make your life hard. And we don't want to make your life hard. We want to make your life easy. And crease sharply. The sharper you crease once you've found that space. See, I've got a little bit of too much of a gap there maybe, but that's okay. Like, I was really precise with my first 6 folds, so this is actually going to turn out still pretty nice, even if it's not perfect the rest of the way. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to make our kite on the other side. So stick your fingernail right along this crease at the bottom here to kind of help you guide that point in, and crease sharply. Now we're going to take our other side and fold this side right into that crease. I'm going to turn this because it's easier for me to do it that way. Just don't overlap those. Okay, so now there we go, nice sharp crease. Okay, so now we have our kite. We folded these flaps in here. We folded these flaps in here. Now take your thumbnails and this top edge right here, just really press your thumbnails in there. This video you're going to do a lot of creasing. You can hear my dog in the background. And just fold this part down. And what we're doing right here is we are setting ourselves up for success by folding right there, flipping over, and we're going to do the same thing on this side, just setting our thumbnails in there, running along that crease, and folding down. And creasing sharply and unfolding. So now we're going to get to the tricky part, which it's going to be so much less tricky because we made those nice sharp creases at the beginning. So we were here, we folded this down, we fold this back up. So you have your kite again, just with a crease. And you're going to open these flaps. The mouth should be towards you. And since we've set ourselves up for success, we're going to open this mouth. And these are those nice sharp creases in here that we made at the very beginning. If you made those sharply enough, your kite will have a very easy time becoming a diamond. So there we go. So now we just went kite to diamond. So we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Open these flaps. Open the mouth. Kind of set your thumb right here. And we've set ourselves up for, you know, if this needs a little extra encouragement. We've set ourselves up for success, so this, we're going to encourage it to open. We're not going to force it. But since we've set ourselves up for success, we made those nice sharp creases at the very beginning, it should just fall open, just like that. And now you have a diamond with little legs. And now we're going to take that diamond and we're going to, kind of like what we did with our kite step, we're going to fold this edge, that top leaf, right into the center crease. And again, don't overlap. Crease sharply. Take the other leaf right into the center. Crease sharply. So now we've got a narrow little diamond. You're going to flip that over. And again, that's the legs. And fold this edge into the center. Now our legs are becoming skinny little legs. So we've got these skinny little legs on our diamond now. So again, that was the diamond shape, and we folded those parts in. Now we've got these skinny little legs. They're going to take and we're going to double fold them. So we're going to fold them this way, and then we're going to fold them that way. So go ahead and where the natural fold is, because you can see that little piece of paper right there is going to stop you, and fold so that it's lined up along this side. So fold up and fold up and flip over, unfold, fold up, fold up, unfold, unfold. And now you're going to come to the side and kind of put your finger right in here, right above that fold that you just made. And then take your thumb, put it underneath, and just push that part up so that this center crease lines up with this center crease. And then you're going to sandwich that together. You can kind of pull that out so it's lined up, kind of finesse it into place. Now that can either be our tail or our head, and I'll decide on which part's going to be the tail or the head in a minute. But do that to the other side. So you stick your finger right in there, right above that crease that you made, thumb underneath, and just push it up so that that line lines up with this center part right here, and just sandwich it in. It's going to eat it. Okay, as you can see, mine's not totally perfect. I can kind of adjust it as I need to. But I'm gonna I think I'll make this one the head. So just give it a little break right there. He's kind of a pinhead. He's a little tiny head. Okay, now we are ready to open up our crane. His front legs are a little longer than his back legs. He's not perfect. That's okay, no one's perfect. Okay, now we're going to open up our crane, so put your 4 fingers underneath his wings, your thumbs on top of his wings, and just pull apart. So you're kind of, instead of pulling straight out, which you might, you gotta be careful not to rip your crane, pull out and down. And his back should just pop up. And sometimes you can give him a little encouragement to open. So he might need a little help. Maybe he's got back problems. And if you want, you can bend his little feet out. You can even give him a little curl to his wings with a pencil or with your finger. And he can stand up. And there you go. Thank you for watching.